The length of the game because of those free throws and fouls, no, not so much. He said a lot of those towards the end of that half happened because of frustration. That's a great start for Continental right there. He said they had some undisciplined plays. He said we got to clean it up. 14 personal fouls right now. We are headed for an 80 free throw game. We got 40 in that first half. That can't happen.
Thank you, Shannon. Just to break it down, Continental's got the 3 personal fouls. Brandon Miller's got 3 personal fouls, and off the bench, Kobe White with 3. Hornets leading the ball, up by 4. Hornets have led by as many 6. They've trailed by as many as 4. LaMelo, off of one leg. No Bam Adebayo for Miami, not in uniform. They're calling it right calf tightness. Maybe he's got a sore shoulder from shooting all those free throws a week ago.
Yeah. Getting up on his toes, shooting those free throws, right? Yeah.
LaMelo needs help. Still plenty of time on the shot clock. Brandon Miller. LaMelo, now the shot clock's an issue. Down to 3. Oh. Brandon Miller!
Ball movement right there. Patience, not forcing anything. Waiting for the defense to bite.
Davion Mitchell left alone. That's the scouting report on Davion Mitchell. In years past, struggling as an outside shooter. This year's been much better.
Been much better. Didn't look comfortable with that one right there. He's shooting much better, but you'd certainly rather have him out there than put his head down and get into the paint.
Kind of like that with LaMelo. LaMelo scored the goal, and Miami has to call the timeout.
3 of 8 from the field, but he has not missed from behind the three-point line.
Miami stays as is. Larson left alone. Where? And Miami continues to be scoreless 2 minutes into our second half. First of a 7-game homestand for the Hornets. Mitchell, smallest man on the floor, scores in the paint.
That's what he does right there, quickly with that dribble. And he's got a good body. Created some space by putting the shoulder into Brandon.
There are 3 guys who should be starting at point guard in the NBA who were all drafted as lottery picks by the Kings. Davion Mitchell, De'Aaron Fox, and Tyrese Halliburton. None of them are still in Sacramento. On the season for Eric Spoelstra, 22 and a half.
Yeah, they've been coming off the bench after coming out of that groin injury right there, keeping Hero in the lineup. But tell a little rust on his game.
Well, we've told you many times that Bam Adebayo not in uniform, also not playing Andrew Wiggins, who's a big part of what they try and do. He's been out for a while. But for the most part, Miami's just been rolling along. They've won 10 of their last 11 games. Some emerging stars like Kel'el Ware, who have carried the day.
Yeah, absolutely. Ware struggling tonight, 1 of 6, 0 of 4 from 3. That's swooping.
Miami. Powell. And he's fouled, and he'll go.
Dwayne Wade was his favorite player growing up. In fact, in 2011, his first year at UCLA, he tweeted, "I'm going to study Dwayne Wade's game and model my game after him." How's this for irony? I guess it's ironic. He actually has Dwayne Wade's locker in Miami.
Oh. Ooh, that's interesting.
That's a boat, isn't it?
Well, you can be. I think you can also go up a mountain in a gondola, too.
Okay, all right.
But yeah, if he's talking about Italy gondola, that's probably a boat. Cannibal! Chance for a three-point play!
Yeah, I love that Con is adding things to his offensive game. You're scouted. Teams know your tendencies. They're going to try to take things away. You have to have the counter. So he continues to add things to his offensive game to help his skill set on that end.
Oh, Larson takes his time and scores on top of Bridges. Musa running the floor.
Just took his eye off that pass, knew he was running out of court space. Every possession so important, even though we're not halfway through the third quarter right now.
Norman Powell. Miami currently the 7th best record in the Eastern Conference, streaking upwards. Winners of 10 of their last 11. Knipple. Oh, just a sliver of room off the window.
Swim move over the top of the guy that was. Maybe he thinks he did that on purpose.
Ooh, that would be the Hornets' second delay of game, which would be a free throw. Powell too quick for his own good, lost it. LaMelo kicks it out of bounds. Norman Powell, 4-year his teammate, graduated with. 2 history majors from UCLA on the Miami Heat. And Pelle Larsson is fouled.
He is mature beyond his young age. Starters with 4 fouls, 7:44 to go in the third. He cut this lead to 5.
So the Hornets bring Zion James and Kobe White off the bench, playing with the starters Ball, Diabate, and Bridges. Miami has not subbed out here in the third quarter. LaMelo, back out to Bridges. And a foul called on Davion Mitchell.
Miami foul on 45, Davion Mitchell, his second, team's third.
It's going to be interesting to see how high Miami can get in the standings over the final couple of weeks of the season. Currently the 7th best record in the Eastern Conference, but they are playing along with the Atlanta Hawks as well as anyone in the East.
Hawks is just simply on fire.
Skyhook missed by Musa. LaMelo clearly got thrown out of bounds, no whistle. And a foul on the other end. And every Hornet on the floor has their hands on their head right now. Hornets are leading by 5, so not a ton of beef. But the free throw discrepancy is becoming a thing. Norman Powell misses that one. That's the 25th free throw attempted by Miami. Just now. Powell misses 2. All right. We're all square now.
Missed them both on the front end of the rim.
Kalkbrenner comes into the game, replacing Diabate. LaMelo playing with an edge. Finds Kalkbrenner.
Realizing the Heat in the zone, that possession, LaMelo did not want to give it up. He knew all he had to do was draw the eyes of the D. Kalkbrenner was going to be at the front of the rim.
Powell.
Can't make 2 free throws. It makes a tough runner against the grain.
Larsson switches out in front of LaMelo.
Heat in the zone once again. Look how open the middle of the floor is.
5.5 minutes into our third quarter. Norman Powell makes this a 1-possession game. Oh no! Hornets catch a break. That should have been stolen by Larsson. Can the Hornets make it hurt? Can they make it hurt? They do! Foul money for the Hornets.
Zion did his job. Different options and rotations on the floor right now.
LaMelo, 3-pointer, 3 feet behind the line.
Getting all kinds of attention while he's still in the zone, and they relax for a second. LaMelo lets it fly.
Larsson, bad pass.
Larsson expecting Mitchell to slide with him and threw it where he should have been.
This Miami Heat team, we've seen it over the years. You let them stay in games, they're really good in the fourth quarter.
They have guys like Hero, Powell, know how to fire. Those 2 guys know how to finish games.
Kid can score.
Back-to-back triples by the Hornets guards.
Hornets' largest lead of the game is 9. Currently up by 8. Currently up by 5.
There we go.
Tyler Hero starting to get his.
It's his first 3 of the night.
15, 7, and 5 for Hero. And an offensive foul on Zion James. To lead the NBA in non-charge offensive fouls, basically bad screens. Larsson left alone. 3-pointer for Pelle Larsson.
Whenever you say those 2 words, left alone, and you got NBA guys, they're going to make shots.
Uh-oh. Grant was held. Hit the deck because he was held, I guess, hit in the head. Among the league leaders in charges drawn. That's kind of his calling card. Shot clock down to 2. Score the goal! And a foul! White has the Hornets back up by 7.
Hornets bench outscored Miami's in this quarter 12-0.
Hawkins doesn't make a lot of threes against teams besides the Hornets. Johnson. Those are going
a three.